Sunday. Welcome, everybody. I think we are going to have a beautiful day, aren't we? I am perfectly sure of it. So get in here and let's have that beautiful day together. And while you're coming in, share this out with a friend. Just let them know we're here. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. Yes, it is. Morning, Rick. Hi, Brookie. Good morning. Charlie, thank you for being here. Oh, let's get still on this Sunday morning. This is the song that I love to go into our hearts with. So as you're listening to this one, just focus on love.
Take a step into the river, get down on your knees, come to the mountain while taking in the view. You will find that life is greater than you knew when you go through the
Morning, Erica. Morning, Kathy Han. Morning, Kathleen Caputo. You too, Kathy.
To the water, you're sailing with the breeze. Take a step into the river, where you will find peace. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight. Oh, yeah.
blue.
Through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. Where you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight, I will fight. I will fight.
Morning, Deirdre.
So come to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river and get down on your knees.
What an amazing song.
So you're in a hurry, well you better calm down. We're all friends around you, just join the fun.
Morning, Auntie Jean.
If you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. Should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. 'Cause
This beautiful day. Getting all the family in here. Let's give it another minute. Send out a message. If you don't see somebody yet, wake them up.
forget the rush, you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Kick back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Begin it easy, won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day.
And let's pray together this morning. Morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for sharing, those of you who sent the message out. Yes, let's get our Stacy, our Linda, our Tammy in here. Isabel is here. She was the first one who jumped in this morning. And Tabby's not here. I don't see Tabby yet, but I'm sure that people are going to wake up eventually and get in here. Let's do our heart brain. And as you are doing the heart brain this morning, focus on faith. We're going to talk about faith today. We're going to talk about our intentions today and setting intentions. And we're going to talk about prayer. So stick with us. Let's have a good time this morning. There's our Tabby. And we have a little troll already. Well, we love you, but goodbye. And we are getting ready to go into our hearts and focus only on love and light. So touching your heart center, breathe in. Jasmine, good morning. Breathe in slowly and back out slowly. Add in that warmth. Add in that confidence in who you are, and really dig deep this morning and find that space inside of you that knows you are a spark of the divine, that knows you are worthy, that knows you are enough just as you are. Let's all dig deep and find that today. Let's find that place inside that we go to when everything else doesn't make sense. But we know that when we go deep inside of ourselves, We're in touch with our higher self. We're in touch with God. We're in touch with what is real, not the illusion. So hold on to all of the beauty of life, the joy of life. I am worthy. I am happy. I'm living my life on purpose. I'm healthy. I'm free. I'm ready to greet this day and everything that it brings to me. I'm absorbing positive energy and reflecting away negative back to the universe. I'm present in this moment. I'm honored to be here with all of you. And I am peace. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What are your I ams today? Oh, blue, you got rain and no more snow. Yes, I'm sure they are sad. I'm sure they don't understand why the white stuff went away and they don't have it to play in right now, but there will be more. You're going to have abundance this winter. I can feel it. Annie Seven, good morning. And Tabby, I'm so glad you're here with us. Tammy Fisk, good morning, sweet Tammy. And Tabby says, I know my fellow Ps are praying for Kentucky, Arkansas, and southern and central states. Illinois got hit really hard with the tornadoes. My family was saved. They were not close to where the tornadoes touched down, but I do have a friend there in the very town in Kentucky that was hit so hard and was looking at some of the damage last night, and it's just terrifying to see what happened there and the lives that were lost. So yes, Taffy, we are lifting up every one of those states that were affected by the storms. Deirdre, I am my own ancestor. Oh my gosh, sister, I think you're onto something there. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, our Hope is here. Good afternoon, Hope. Only love is welcome here. Zena and Hope in the house. I am so glad you're in the house. Zena, we love you so much. Thank you for being here. I hope you were dancing to the morning song, and just so happy that on the weekends, Zena gets to join us. Kathy Hand says, I am grateful. I am faithful and hopeful. I am healthy and happy and ready to go find our family Christmas tree. All right. Well, I hope it's a beautiful one, Kathy. Annie says, I am chosen. I am worthy. I am favored. I am a child of Christ. I am anointed. I am blessed. And I am thankful. Greetings, Annie. Thank you for that. And Tabby says, I am loved, grateful, blessed, and favored. Yes, yes. Our Auntie Jean says, I am basking in the love of this family and in the wonder of this beautiful world. Me too, Auntie Jean. So, there's never any accidents or coincidences. Everything happens for a purpose. I fully believe that. I'm still here with Isabel, and I think it's just such an amazing, amazing time when we can spend it together as peas in the pea pod and get to know each other a little bit more and express a little more joy in each other's lives. I will definitely be leaving out of here today, though. It wasn't a delay. I'm sure that there's a divine timing and a divine plan that had me here. And I believe that and I trust that. So I am still in Florida. I will be heading out today after the morning meditation, the silent meditation at 11 o'clock. But as I was here in this room that I've been sleeping in for a few days, I was getting ready for the morning show and I was looking for something in my purse. And this book caught my eye. So, Isabel, I hope you don't mind that I picked up this little book that was here in the room. And before I read from it, Isabel says, I am enough. I am that. I am enjoying my awakening. So the little book that I found is The Teaching of Buddha. And I don't know why it caught my eye, but I was like, okay, so let me just see. Maybe there's a message in there that we all need to hear. And there was. And the message is about faith. We've been talking about faith a lot this week and what it is and having more of it as we set our intentions. Today is Sunday. This is setting our intentions Sunday, and that's what we'll be doing. But a big part of setting those intentions is having the faith going along with the intention that we will be seeing the fruition of it. So I wanted to read from this. Faith is the hand that receives the Dharma. It is the pure hand that receives all the virtues. Faith is the fire that consumes all the impurities of worldly desires. It removes the burden, and it is the guide that leads one's way. Faith removes greed, fear, and pride. That's important. That is such an important statement. Because when we're thinking about manifesting something and we're setting an intention, if we can let go of the fear, and I've said this so many times to myself and to you, when we let go of the fear, what else is there? We're limitless. We don't have restrictions. We don't have something that says you can't. So let's listen to that line again. Faith removes greed, fear, and pride. It teaches courtesy and to respect others. It frees one from the bondage of circumstances. That's another important message. Sometimes we think, oh, I'm just stuck where I am. It's never going to change. I'm never going to get out of this situation. Nothing ever improves for me. Nothing gets better. Have you ever heard yourself going that wah, 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 wah? That's what it sounds like. It's like that constant grind of, oh, woe is me. I'm just stuck in my circumstances. Well, Buddha says that faith frees one from the bondage of circumstances. It gives one courage to meet hardship. It gives one power to overcome temptations. It enables one to keep one's deeds bright and pure, and it enriches the mind with wisdom. I tell you, I think I'm going to get this little book. It's called The Teaching of Buddha. And I knew that there was going to be a message for us. I didn't know what it was, but I said, okay, whatever the message is, I'll read it. we'll go with it. We will figure it out and understand how it pertains to us as a group, because we all set intentions. That's what we do together on Sundays. We set our intentions. And this was the most perfect message that any of us could hear today, to get into that energy of having faith, trust, believing with your heart. And thank you, Tabby. I'm loving that message too. I needed to hear it. I think we all needed to hear the message of faith this morning. So then I said, all right, Yogananda, what have you got for us? And Yogananda says, I will do away with the mockery of parroting prayer. I will pray deeply until the darkness of meditation burns with thy flaming presence. Heavenly Father, I cannot wait until tomorrow for thy song. Today, I will broadcast my soul call into the ether with such loving concentration that thou must respond through the receiver of my silence. You know, there's no accidents or coincidences. There really aren't. I'm here on purpose. I'm here because I'm supposed to be in this very spot where I'm sitting, receiving these messages from teaching masters that help us along this human journey. When we listen and we open up and we're in silence, we receive those messages. So as I was open to receive, they came, and then I'm sharing them with you. Hopefully you're open to receive these messages today. Hopefully they're falling on your ears and your soul is saying, oh my gosh, yes, I remember, I resonate and I hear it, and is exactly what I needed to hear, because it's exactly what I needed to hear. So thank you for bearing with me through those readings, and let's talk about faith. Faith. Wow. We say that word, but do we really, really understand that word? I didn't understand it fully until 15 months ago, when I set out on the Peace on Earth tour journey. I had no clue that faith entailed totally releasing, totally letting go. It's like standing on the edge of that cliff and saying, okay, I'm going to jump. And I have no clue how I'm going to get out of that. But I just have to let go. And when we let go and we jump, we're like totally at the mercy of whatever is going to happen. And there's a trust factor in there. So as we jump, we set the intention. We know that we are taken care of because we're told we're taken care of. So when we're hearing a message, which I had heard a message to leap, to go forward, not knowing where I was going, not knowing where it would end up, but just knowing I was supposed to jump off that cliff. And I did. And the journey has been amazingly beautiful. So faith is not knowing the outcome. Faith is knowing that there's a power that has a say-so, has a hand in what's going to take place, and trusting and believing that what we are hearing is coming from our higher self, is coming from the Creator, God, who is guiding all of this. That's faith. And when we set an intention, as we do every Sunday, that element of faith has to come into play. We can't set an intention and say, okay, now I'm going to set about doing this. No, it has to be putting that word out there, setting the intention, letting it go, going about whatever it is that you're doing, and then hearing the guidance of what to do. That's the second part. So when you take the leap and you jump off that cliff, then you'll hear the guidance. Turn left, turn right, go forward. If you have taken that leap of faith, trust that you will hear the message of the direction of which way to go, what to do next, what's the next step. As a life coach, I help so many people that come to me and say, I don't know what my next step is. I don't know what I'm supposed to do next. And there's just an energy of being lost, just feeling like nothing's fitting into the puzzle piece. There's nothing that's coming together in alignment. So as the life coach, it's my job to help you jump off the cliff. It's my job to hold your hand and say, it's okay. It's okay. If you take that leap, you will hear the direction. You will hear very clearly because you're ready to. If you're still standing on the edge of that cliff and you're like, I don't know, should I do this? I don't know. I'm not ready. I don't think I'm ready. I'm scared. I'm worried. And you're not ready. But when you're ready to release and you're ready to say, I have faith and I trust that what I'm hearing is exactly what's needed in my life, there you go. You'll jump. You'll take the leap and you'll be so happy that you did. I couldn't be more happier with my life right now. And that's a true statement. There is no way I could be happier. It's just the best part of my life. In all these years that I've lived, this is the best part of my life. And it's because I took that leap of faith. It's because I had all of you supporting me along the way that were telling me, you've got this, you can do this, and that encouraged me and want to be with me and want to hear the messages that come through from the angels and from God, because I'm constantly tuning in and listening to what that message is. It's what I do. It's my life. It's my service to all of you to bring those messages. And I felt like today was a huge banner day of finding that message that we all needed to hear today together. And I have a Kuan Yin message as well. We're not done with messages yet, but I want to see if anybody has come in. Blue says that message is so perfect because of my knowing of who I am. The knowing the universe has my back brings me to I am peace. That's exactly the place it brings you to. That's what I feel inside. I feel so much peace inside of me. And I want everybody to feel that same peace. That's my desire. That's every day. That's my intention. Can we have more peace in the world, please? Can we have more of what I feel inside showing up on the outside and all of us feeling it in our hearts? That's what I want. That's my everyday desire. And Tabby's asking who it's by. I don't know. It just says the teaching of Buddha. There's no author listed on it. It's just a little orange book that says the teaching of Buddha. I'm sure if you Google that, you'll be able to find it, Tabby. I'm going to try to find it myself. And Tabby says, I received both of those messages. And Deirdre, you're open to receive. Blue says, happy portal day of 12/12/21. It seems to be a mighty powerful day. May I manifest what next steps are for the highest good into the light. Yes, yes, yes. Let's set those intentions. Put your intentions in the comments. Stacy, good morning. And who else came in? Rick is here. Isabel said, divine messages. I needed to hear about faith. Yes, yes, yes. Joanne, good morning, sweet Joanne. And Kathy Hand says, I have so much faith. I am the eternal optimist. My mom taught me to always have faith that things will work out for the best. Because of this, I already see improvements in my son. He is gaining weight, trying to take better care of himself, and all that's going on with him. Yeah, we're We're holding him up every day, Kathy, and just have faith. Just keep having faith and trust and belief that things are working perfectly. Leo, I've taken many leaps, trusting my faith and my gut, and often I just end up with my face smashed in. It's difficult to keep it up when there's positive outcomes. It's keeping on, Leo. There have been many times in my life when my face has been smashed on the ground as well. Years ago, I went through so many fires. I mean, huge fires. And there were times when I didn't want to get back up. There were times when I was flat on my back and I said, I don't want to get back up. I'm done. Yeah. Have any of you been at that place in your life where you're just like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired. It's not worth it to get back up and fight. I've been there. Trust me, I've been down on the ground and something clicked. Something kicked in, one brain cell that said, oh no, sister, you're not done yet. So I would get back up. And there's a song that I used to say was my song. And that song is, I get knocked down and I get up again. And that was me. That was me many years ago. I was giving in to situations and circumstances. I want to go back to that saying about the circumstances, because that's what I was reacting and responding to were the circumstances of life that I felt like were just hitting me with blow after blow. And so I would be knocked down. But Buddha says, let me find it. Faith gives one power to overcome temptations. That wasn't it. Faith frees one from the bondage of circumstances. Do you hear that? Do you hear that when we have faith, when we really trust and believe and pull on that faith, it gives us what we need to rise above those circumstances. You know, Brookie sent me a beautiful song that she sings, and it's called Rise Up, Rise Up. And that's what I want us all to do on this Sunday. Rise above the circumstances, rise above the hardships, rise above the disbelief, rise above laying there on the ground, having been knocked down and saying, I don't want to do this anymore. Rise above that because you're not done yet. You're not done. We need you. Our family needs you. Every one of you. Every person here matters. You all matter. Hold that in your heart. Know that you matter. Know that you're important. Now I'm going to read Kuan Yin's message. Sound the fierce flute. Discernment empowers you to make choices that are aligned with your intentions. Like a fierce-sounding flute, cutting through all vibrations with purity and intent, your discernment allows you to stay true to your values without getting caught up in distraction. To grow spiritually through love, joy, peace, and abundance, make high vibrational choices that feel good to you. Wow, does that go right along with our message of faith today? Discernment, knowing that we have choices in each moment. Every now moment that we have, we're making a choice. Whether you consciously think that you're making it or not, you're making a choice. And inaction is a choice. An action is a choice. A reaction is a choice. We decide every moment of every day that we're alive, what we're doing, how we're thinking, what our actions are. So yes, this goes right along with faith. And faith is that ingredient, like I said, that when we're standing there on the edge of the cliff, it's the faith that's going to take us into the journey, that's going to let us take that step off the cliff. I'm off the cliff. I'm no longer sitting there wavering. I stepped out in faith, and I encourage all of you, if you're at that point of saying, I know that I have a purpose, I know that there's something I'm supposed to be doing, but I don't have no idea what it is. I didn't know what this journey was going to look like either. I didn't know. I just heard the message, and I followed, and I jumped. And here I am 15 months later, having had the best year of my life ever, having met some amazingly beautiful people, having seen sights I never thought I would see, the beauty of this country. Faith. That's what the message is today. I saw Jasmine come in. Jasmine's intention is for moving the direction of good health, abundance, love, and protection. Deirdre, I intend to stay this course that's working for me. Stay the course, Deirdre. Tabby, my intention today is continue to pass love, light, and peace to each person I meet. Beautiful intention. And who else? Isabel, my intention is to emerge in faith and unconditional love. Auntie Jean says, faith is one of the fruits of the Spirit along with love. Yes, it is. And Tabby, been there, done that. And Deirdre, me too. Yeah. Yep. That was my past. I don't live in my past anymore. And that's important also, to know that the things that have happened in this lifetime that we're living right now, this linear lifeline that we're living, we don't live there. We learn from it. We grow from it. We take it into our experience, and we take from it the lesson that we learned. If you're still regurgitating it, if you're still right there wallowing in it, you didn't learn anything. You haven't learned the lesson yet because you're still in the lesson. If you want to take that lesson and move forward and let it lift you instead of keeping you in the mire and the muck, then you let go of that past. It's the only way to get beyond whatever you feel stuck in, those circumstances, right? I'm going to read it again because I love this. I love that I found this morning. Faith removes greed, fear, and pride. It teaches courtesy and respect others, and to respect others. It frees one from the bondage of circumstances. The circumstances are our past experience. And maybe those circumstances have come right into your now moment. But look at it. Can you rise above it? Can you go beyond and get up off of that ground and say, no, I still have work to do. I still have purpose. And I have faith that by rising up, I'm floating now above those circumstances. Got some more intentions to read before we go into our prayers. I can't believe this time flew by so fast this morning, but this was important. These were important messages for us to hear today. Stacy, my intention is to continue on the forward path that I started last week, keeping the faith, holding love for myself. Yes, yes. And thank you, Tabby. Tabby says, all awesome, beautiful messages this morning. And Isabel says, that is exactly my struggle still, the big question of my life. Yeah, for so many. And it was for me, Isabel. It was for me as well. So I understand. I hear you. And it comes by faith and trust. It comes by taking that leap. And seriously, just knowing that we don't have to figure it out. I could never have figured out this journey. I could never have sat down with pen and paper and said, okay, I'm going to go here and I'm going to do this. It doesn't work that way. It's all allowing, accept, align, allow. That's an important message that our Marietta gave us, because when we allow, it means we're not trying to do it. We are not in control. We are not there with the oars in the boat and trying to row against the current. No, we're going with the current. We're going where that boat is taking us because it knows where we need to be. All right, so who else had an intention? Blue says, just because you are invited into a situation does not mean you have to go in. Discernment of how you choose to respond. Do so with light. Yes, was that Yogananda's message? Nope, that was still Buddha's message. Going back and forth here between two books. Faith removes greed, fear, and pride. So the faith will not allow you to go into the bad decision. What was your comment? Discernment of how you choose to respond, do so with light. Yeah, let go of anything that's other than light. Faith gives you power to overcome temptations. It enables one to keep one's deeds bright and pure and enriches the mind with wisdom. Wow, what a message we're getting here today from these beautiful masters. Kuan Yin, Buddha, and Yogananda have come together as a collective today to help us understand more about life, about faith and trust, about setting our intention and believing and trusting that it's going to come true for us when we pour in all of these ingredients. And Kathy Han, I'm just reading through your message here, honey. We've got to get to the prayers. Yes, faith and trust. That's what leads us to those places, right? It leads us from being down there wallowing on the ground to where we are now. And if you're still finding yourself with that struggle of not wanting to get back up, of not knowing that you can rise above, I encourage you to just do that thought of, yes, I can. Yes, I can go forward. Yes, I can get up off the ground. Yes, I can pull myself up from the situation and circumstances that I'm in. I can rise above it. And Kathy says, my intention is to continue taking better care of myself. I've been more active, and today we plan to go to our local tree farm, and that requires a lot of walking. Yay. Yay, Kathy. Yes, it's a big yay. Brookie, I intend to continue on with my last week's intention as well. This past week sure flew by. Thank you so much for the important reminder to make high vibrational choices and safe travels. Thank you. Thank you, Brookie. Yes, I would like to ask prayers for that safe travel. And I'm trusting and believing that that angel mobile is being guided to the very next point where it needs to be, and that it's going to be a blessing wherever it rolls into, wherever it goes. It had a little maintenance yesterday. It had an oil change and the tires checked and fluids checked, and it's good to go. Just like me, I had all my checkups too, and I'm good to go. So we are going to be happily rolling down the road this afternoon. And Auntie Jean says, the other fruits of the Spirit are peace and joy. So my intention is to manifest these fruits and share them. Hope says, my intention is to do my best at the Brit School. And that's Zena saying that. Zena, I love that intention, to do your best. What a beautiful intention. And just keep that first and foremost in your mind. And you can do this. Zena, we are all right there with you at that school. And we're reminding you every moment You can do this. You know, this week I had to have a medical procedure on my face. I had some spots that were concerning. And so it had to be frozen. And if you've never been through that, it's no fun. It hurts and it's no fun at all. And I had asked for you all to join me in prayer at the moment that it was going to be happening. And as I sat there in the chair, I found a spot on the wall and I looked at that spot and I envisioned every one of you right there where that spot was. And I heard your voices. I heard your messages. You've got this. You can do this. And the whole time that the procedure was being done, I was looking at that spot and I was saying, you can do this. You've got this. And I heard your voices, not mine. I heard you all telling me that. So I say that because, Zena, I want you to understand that every day when you're in school there, we are with you. Every one of us are with you at that school. And we're encouraging you. We're saying, Zena, you've got this. You can do this. You are amazing. You're powerful. You are enough. And we love you. So take that every day with you. Take it with you into the school because you got it. Blue says, prayers for us to be open and receive gifts from the universe today as God's light shines down and through us. All right, so let's go into our prayers. And if there's any that you need to add in today, we do have Kentucky and all the states that were affected by the storms. We have all of the people there that lost their lives. We're praying for their family. People lost their homes, their every material possession that they had. And it's cold there. So to be homeless in the cold is something that it's hard to wrap your brain around. But let's wrap angel wings around them and lift them up with our love. On our prayer list, we have our India family, Prachetta, Prachir, Navriti. We have Billy and Tim, Sheila and her sons, Gary, James, Loretta, Joanne Castillo and her daughter Jackie and grandson Eris, Erica Hoppy and her mom. And we had good news that her mom is home from the hospital, so we can celebrate that news. Deirdre and her daughter Danya, Suzanne and her family, and her daughters Jillian and Jackie, and Jessa, the granddaughter, Marietta and Ed, Leo Harley and your family, Lakshmi, DJ Blaze, Rick Morrow and Josie, Meg and Jim Loriot, Auntie Jean and Ron Loriot and their family. And so proud of your children, Jean. Just some wonderful news coming from you about your son's promotion, and we're celebrating that. Jean-Paul's family, Franco's family, Mary Jane, Pam and Gordy, Rosalind, good vibes. We haven't seen her this morning. Rosalind, we're sending you some love. Sally and Tony, same thing, send them some love. Christina, and Christina's showing improvement, but still struggling, so we're going to keep her lifted up along with her family. Kathy Hand and your family and your friends and co-workers. Pat Moss and your sister Susan, your daughter and your grandchildren Olivia and Tom. Becky in Michigan, Charlie and your family. Hope and Zena. Andrea Gregg, Annie Seven and your son Grayson, Regina and Adam, Cassandra, Destiny Ortega, Gail Zimmerman and Nick, Jennifer Langren and your husband Micah, and your brothers Chuck and Ken, Oksana, Amber, Oksana's mom, Jenna, and her son Maximus, Isabel, and we're really lifting our Isabel this morning. Let's pray for some physical healing for our Isabel and lift her high along with her husband, Paul, and her beautiful daughters, Inesh and Teresa. Linda Lemieux and her husband, Dick, and their boys. Stacy Small Lord and Josh and their family, and Stacy's mom. We had good news yesterday with her mom receiving some treatment and being home. Blue and her husband, Dave, and all the fur babies there. Karen Palmer and her dad, Frankie Riordan, and Karen's husband and daughter, Grace Isis, and her father, Edwin. Kathy Caputo, our mama Hada Bear, and praying for her eye. Raymond, the fires in California, and let's just say any natural disasters that are happening, fires, floods, tornadoes, earthquakes, volcanoes, anything that's happening that's bringing devastation in different places on our earth. Tina Carzo, Tracy, Luz, Jebby, Jim, and Jim's son, Ryan, Catherine, Eric, John, Tatiana, Brookie and Brookie's family, the Girardi family, the Jeanette and Ernie, Dawson, Winston G. Campbell, Sean, Angel and her husband Derek, Lily in Norway and her mom and her children, Catherine, baby Wyatt, baby Haven, Darren Walker, Arthur Thompson, Elena, Tabby, Bill, Kelly, Jasmine, and your daughters, Anya and Myra, and your mom, Ronnie, Alba, Mary Lou Burdick, Young Blood and her sister, Chris, Deirdre's sister, Steph, and her husband, Bob, Edwin, Joni, Adriel, Corinne, Tiago, Tony and her husband, Tam, Vicky, Ken, Dottie and Don, Ruth, Stephen, Tammy Fisk and her daughter, Michelle, Bo and Candy Hand, Billy's children, Brittany Kiss, Crystal Nobles and Dean and their two boys, Gabriel and Jacob, and Brody the dog, Herb, Rochelle and her mom, Rose, Bob Rice and his wife, Joanne, Soma, Julia Osborne, the Deerfield Valley in Vermont, Sharon Rhea, Karen and family, Eric Turner, Mira Rubin, Nick and family, our Kenya family, Jean, Cynthia, Helena, and Edwina, and their children and their animals and fur kids, Lulu the kitty, Sherry Gatewood and her brother-in-law, Padama, Tammy Hill and family, Phil B., Catherine, Lynn Gallagher, Antonio Papa, Elaine Armstrong, Dania Navarro, Wendy in Florida and Wendy in the UK, Terry Wilderman and her family, Monsi's daughter, Freddie, Billy Joe, Abha, Mary Crincoli and her friends, J.H., Mike S., and John, Chip's family, Irene and Eduardo, Eddie Quills, Jose, Michael Murdoch, Jessica, Fidel, Kim, Camille and Nick in Australia, Kathy and Raymond, Lynn, Frank, Albie, Viola, Kenneth, Bobby, Max's teacher, Monsi, Kamal, the Michigan school shooting victims, Maddie, Akil and the orphans in Pakistan, Noel, Heaven and her son, Yuri, Audie, Scott, Jim, Trey Horn, Julia and her husband, the children everywhere that are suffering from illness and especially emotionally suffering. Dr. Beard, Jean, Zila Goth, Marianne, Henrik and Lorraine, Mercedes, Jeannie and Merle, which is her sister, and Sharon, which is Ruth's sister-in-law. All right, so any others? The nursing homes in Arkansas, thank you. And thank you, Marietta, Prayers for us all to rise up, up, up to a higher plane. All right, so let's take a moment and just go into our hearts with all of these that we just mentioned, pulling that energy in of love. But more than that, pulling in faith. Faith. Have trust and believe that every name that was mentioned here, every name is being seen, is being acknowledged, is receiving the answer to the prayers to the best and highest good. So hold that thought for a moment. Let's all hold it together. Let's all go into faith. That's what today's message is all about. That's what we're told is helping us to overcome anything. Hold the energy of faith, of trust, belief, and see all of these people, places, animals, to see them all covered with light. Know without a doubt in your mind that they're all being seen right now, that they're all heard. Their cries are heard. Their heart is being open to receive love, to receive the answered prayers. Faith. It's been said that faith moves mountains. And some of the prayers that are lifted up, it seems like it takes that. It takes a lot to get to the answer to that prayer. But we're told that it's just as easy to manifest a castle as it is a button. There is no comparison. There is no big or small when it comes to miracles. So let's hold that in our minds. Let's hold the fact that nothing is impossible. Nothing is too big. Nothing is too small to have a miracle happen. So as we hold in our hearts all of these loved ones, all of these loved land that we're praying for, where there's been devastation and hurt, we have faith, we have belief, and we know that everything is working perfectly. It may not seem perfect to us in our human brain, but everything is working perfectly. And we know that we're not going to be left down on the ground, giving up, saying, I'm done. We're going to rise up, up, up to that higher plane, as Marietta says. We're going to rise above the circumstances, and we're doing it through faith. So hold on to that thought today as you go about your day. Hold on to that thought this week as you think about your intention that you set. Let's do a heart healing down into Mother Earth as we do every day. From your heart that you can feel beating inside of you, the love that you hold there, the faith and the trust that you hold there, send that down into Mother Gaia. Just say, I love you. Thank you. Thank you for letting me walk on your back one more day. Thank you for giving me everything I need to survive. Watch as that love comes back up to you, comes back up, filling you with joy, filling you with gratitude, filling you with love. Remember your magnificence. That's the message that Gaia is telling us. Remember who you are. Remember you are a spark of the divine, and nothing is too big. Dream. Let your dream come to life. That's your intentions. Put those dreams out there and have faith that when you take that leap off the edge, it's It's all going to work perfectly. You're going to be exactly where you need to be. And before we end with our heart telephone, I would love for anyone who needs physical healing right now to just place your hand wherever that is, wherever that physical healing is on your body. Just put your hand there. And let's all just send a blast of healing love right to that place that you're holding, wherever it may be on your body. Just place your hand and receive. Go into the faith and the trust that you are receiving, that we are sending love your way. Love is the energy that heals. So take it in right now. Absorb it in to whatever physical part of your being needs to be lifted up today. Whatever's being challenged. I'm feeling some needs that are being challenged today. So place your hand there if that's you. If it's you that has your hand on your knee, you're receiving this healing love. I see body parts, I see backs, stomach. There's a foot, left foot, that needs some healing. The back of the neck on the right side, just place your hand there. Just allow the energy to flow into it. It is. Believe and receive. And now let's give love to each other. We do this on the count of 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. I'm going to play our song to take us out of here, and let's go have that beautiful day today.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has a clearer light as any to see the horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny.
I just realized it's not our song. Let's play the real Peas in the Pea Pod song. There we go. Thank you, Rick.
So you're in a hurry.
Thank you, Deirdre.
We're all friends around you, just join the fun. 'Cause if you're in a hurry, you're missing the point.
Oh, Blue you. I love your message to Zena. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for taking a few extra minutes with me today. I think it was such an important message that we needed a bit of extra time. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for being here. This morning at 11 o'clock Eastern, I'll be doing the silent meditation with our Dr. Ruth Anderson. Maybe you'll tune in for that one as well. I hope you enjoy that day today. And thank you for the grid. Thank you for the work you do, Blue. Thank you, Kathleen. I love you all so much. Let's stay, y'all. I will see you later. Bye, everybody.